Hello, everyone. Welcome. So, as everyone joins the Zoom, please make sure your name is visible and you comment down in the group chat a little bit about yourself. We will be getting started pretty soon. This is the Excel training for VLOOKUP Basics for the Central County School District. And I am your host this evening. And I will be navigating you guys through the Excel training VLOOKUP Basics. I'll also be showing you guys a demonstration video on how you can utilize the functions outside of this Excel training. I don't want this training to be too long. I want it to be informative, but I also want it to be very casual, not overly professional, because I don't want to have like a sensory, a cognitive overload, if I should say. So that's why we kind of changed our environment from a more professional setting to a more relaxed setting, and just to make this not as overwhelming as possible, I should say. So let's get started. So who are the subject matter experts when it comes to this specific thing that we're trying to accomplish? What we're trying to accomplish, obviously, is we're trying to continue to keep retention within the school district by training the employees and the faculty on how to utilize the basics functions of Excel VLOOKUP. So we have the administrator, the analysis, and like the IT personnel. Those are the subject matter experts. We're going to need all three of them to be able to get these paper files transferred to electronic. So the objective is to navigate basic Excel features, understand VLOOKUP, and retrieve student data efficiently. So how can we streamline this process and make it a lot simpler than what it has been in the past? That's what we're trying to figure out. And why this matters is because it saves time, it reduces errors, and the transition from paper to digital is just more effective. Now, for those who are very visual, like myself, I felt like an infographic would have been the best for something like this. So, for those who are visual learners, I have things for like auditory learners. That's why I'm here articulating myself to the best of my ability. This is an infographic. So, the basic Excel functionalities, we're going to work smarter, not harder, right? Moving from paper to digital with confidence. A lot of what I implemented within this course is AI to help us reduce errors and save on cost and time. Okay. So, the challenge, we are transitioning to a new student information system. These are some of the restraints that the school county school district was experiencing. So most of their data has been tracked on paper in filing cabinets, and many members have little to no experience using Excel. So what is the solution? So what I put in this infographic is kind of like a breakdown, the problem, the solution, and then the breakdown. So we're going to build confidence with basic Excel skills to help move more efficiently, reduce errors, access student information quickly, and support our new digital system. So everything's being transitioned to an LMS. I won't speak on the LMS right at this moment, just simply because we've had a couple of the LMSs that some of these school districts we're working on get hacked. And so in order to protect the data, because it's still in beta mode, we're gonna keep that confidential for right now. So, so our key skills you will learn is to navigate and understand the Excel screen and basic features. We're going to enter data, edit, organize, and make sure that the data is accurate. And then the formula. So use the basic formula like sum to add numbers, and then the lookup data. The use VLOOKUP to find information quickly. And I have a video that I created to show you guys just how to do that. Later at the end, after you see the video, you guys, you're going to be able to view the video and take the quick assessment to make sure that you are where you need to be while taking this training, because it's super important. They're monitoring you guys, and they're making sure that the accuracy and efficiency is there. So, how these skills will help you: you're going to save time, you're going to find the information faster and complete the task efficiently. You're going to reduce errors by using the AI that we've and the LMS that we've incorporated to be able to connect and work together. Going paperless is going to be take the guesswork out of a lot of these things by having to like find files manually. And then the support, you're going to be able to support students more efficiently. So you're going to be able to save time and be able to take the time that's being saved to pour that into different programs for students. Prime example, if you transition all the attendance paper files to electronic, you'll be able to accurately keep up better with the students that have 100% attendance or have great attendance, and you'll be able to reward them efficiently because it'll be streamlined already. So the steps that all you need to do is attend the training, show some effort, practice, and apply. And if you do all of those three, you will succeed, because our goal is not to get rid of employees. Our goal is to maintain retention. And so that's why it's imperative that we give you guys the training, we practice, we apply. That way you guys can succeed. But another important function to this is being able to continue training consistently after you get the initial training. And just know we're here to help. If you have questions, you need support, if this feels overwhelming to you, we will be able to accommodate anyone's needs. Because again, our priority here is retention. And together we can build a stronger, smarter Central County School District. So when it comes to qualitative and quantitative data, we're going to just give you an example of what that looks like, okay? So qualitative data, example, 85% of participants successfully completed the VLOOKUP activity independently. Congratulations. This type of data, it measures learning performance, efficiency improvements, and training effectiveness. That way we can look and see what we need to be able to improve on the training so that we can have more success with employers being able to retain the data. You guys can review the quantitative data numerical measure information on your own. It is here provided to you, but I wanted to give you an example of what qualitative data for this specific project looks like. Now, let's get into the qualitative data. An example, several participants reported feeling more confident using Excel after the training, which is our goal. This type of data that we collect, it helps learner experiences, it helps emotional responses, it helps areas needing improvement, and overall engagement. And which is why we collect that data and we use it to be able to update the trainings, which is why we ask that you consistently go through the training because there will be updates provided to the training. So let's go over what VLOOKUP is. So in the past, for individuals to have taken the training, that was the data for the quantitative and qualitative that we've collected. But let's go over for the new people that are in. Welcome. What is VLOOKUP? So what VLOOKUP function does, it finds information in a table, it matches the value, like students' names, and it returns related data, like attendance and grades. So with that student, it keeps all of the data safe as well as it updates the data gradually as the trainings are updated. This is the VLOOKUP formula, just in case we have people that who want to go in and try to do it themselves. This is the specific formula for the VLOOKUP function. And then this is the timeline. So step-by-step process, you're going to click a blank cell, you're going to type in VLOOKUP, then you're going to select the student's name, you're going to highlight the data table, and you're going to enter column numbers, type false, or press enter. And I have a video that I'm going to show you guys really quickly on how that looks.
Welcome to your training. Today, we're moving from paper files to the efficiency of digital student records. Here's our new digital ledger. We have names, IDs, and attendance percentages for John, Maria, and David. Instead of searching manually, we use a lookup function. It scans the IDs and snaps right to the data we need. The formula identifies the student ID and instantly retrieves the corresponding attendance record from our database. Just like that, Maria's 88% attendance is found. No more flipping through manila folders. Digital lookup functions ensure accuracy and save hours of time. Ready to digitize your school?
So, did you guys catch that? This was a video that I put together using HeyGen AI to kind of show those who are visual learners what that looks like, how the ledger collects the data, how the VLOOKUP function tailors itself to, and how we go about that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the assessment. And these are some of the questions that I want you to ask yourself. No. Who or different? So if you guys go through my training needs analysis, you will see that some of the concerns for there's people coming in. If you guys could comment your name in the chat, that'd be great. And a little bit about yourself. That way I can take attendance. So some of the instruments we're going to use are surveys, observations, interviews, and system data review. So the training is about over. So what the individuals who are just now getting into the training, what you guys can do, because what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to go because we've already had the training. I want you guys to access the assessment and take the quiz after you get out of out of this training. I don't want to overload anyone with anything, so that's kind of how we're going to do this. Um, but a lot of people reported that this is the way that they like it to be versus me going over the assessments within the training because it feels like a cognitive overload to them. So that's why I allow you guys to do the trainings and the assessments on your own terms. That way it won't feel overwhelming. And I can view those trainings and the quizzes and the surveys at a later time, not in the presence of me. That way it won't feel overwhelming. So you guys, that is the training for today. If you guys can do the assessments, then that'd be great. Your homework assignment is to go into Excel, create a video of you utilizing the functions, continue to watch the video, and then provide updates. That is your homework assignment. All right, y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for joining me, and we'll get together next week and we'll go over the assessments and how you guys did.